Hey guys, I wanted to show you one last thing before our quiz tomorrow and then our common assessment on Wednesday. And that's going to be the triangle proportionality theorem. And that theorem states that if a line is parallel to one side of a triangle, so we have a line being parallel to one side of the triangle, and it intersects the other two sides, one side, two side that will be intersecting, then it divides the sides into segments of proportional lengths. What that is saying is that if we know that DE is parallel to AC, then we know that BD over DA will be equal to BE over EC. So you can kind of look at it like this. BD will be equal to BE and DA will be equal to EC. Okay. The converse of that states that if BD over DA is equal to BE over EC, then we know for a fact that DE, segment DE, is parallel to segment AC. So take a second to jot that down, pause this video, and then when you're done, click play again. So let's take a look at how we would solve some of these problems. So again, remember this side, and this side, and these two, and these two. So the way we're going to set that up will be, we know that 12 will be equal to 15 divided by, then we went with 12 first, and we're going to go with 14 first, and then we are going to go over x. So there we have it, 12 over 14 is going to be equal to 15 over x. So from here on, we can do our trusty butterfly. So 14 times 15, and then 12 times x. So 14 times 15 will be equal to 12 times x. 14 times 15 does equal to 10. I'm going to set that equal to 12x. This is pretty simple. We're going to divide by 12 on both sides. And x is actually going to give us 17.5. Pretty simple. We've been doing this the entire time. Tricky part here is just setting it up because it's kind of new for us. And so with that said, let's look at number 2. So I'm going to do my marks. I'm going to say these two sides get 1, these two get 2. So I'm going to set up my proportion. I know x will be equal to 56, and I know that those will go over 18 and 21. Then don't forget our equal sign in the middle. That way we can start our our butterfly over our proportion. That's an ugly butterfly, but it's okay. We're going to have 21 over x, and then we are going to do 18 times 56. 21 times x will give us 21x, and then 18 times 56, that's going to give us 1008. Next step, divide by 21. Cross that out, divide by 21. And we will have an answer of x equals to 48. For numbers 3 and 4, I would like you guys to try them on your own first. So I'll set up number 3 for you and just pause it, try to figure it out, then click play and try number 4 as well. So I'm going to set this one up for you. So 1 mark, 1 mark, 2, and 2. So if I set up my proportion, I'm going to say x over 36. And then, oops, we have nothing here. So how can we solve what that is? Well, we know this entire length, so this in its entirety is 55. And then we know that from here to here, it's 45. So that means the remainder of that, 55 minus 45, will be 10. So that is how we get this smaller length right there. So I'm going to go 10 over 45. All right, here, let's take a second and solve for that, as well as starting on number 4 and click back when we have our answer. So I trust that you have paused this video. I hope you did, just because there's quite a few on these. On the quiz also on Wednesday's test. So it's better if you give it a try on your own. Anyways, we should have gotten 45x equal to 360. And x should have given you 8. For number 4, your proportion should have led you to 6x equal to 147. And then x would have given you 24. Let's move on to the next part. So for proportional parts and parallel lines, we did some of these during the scavenger hunt. Some periods did, some periods didn't. But I'm going to show you a new way to do it for those that did do it, and then for those that didn't, welcome to these type of problems. So this part says if 3 or more parallel lines intersect 2 transversals, then they cut out the transversals proportionally. It's a lot of words, so let's take a look. So we know that if line AB is parallel to line CD, which is also parallel to line EF, then we know that AC over CE is equal to BD over DF. So we would say that AC and BD as well as CE and DF. We're only going to do 12 and 13 out of this one. So I'm going to go for number 12. Remember, first 2 have just 1, second 2 have 2 on them. That's how we're going to set up our proportion. I'm going to say, in this case, let's first find our missing section here. All I'm going to do is subtract 18 from 32, and that should give me 14. So in case you haven't noticed, as one stacked on top of the other, so x over 27 will be equal to 14 over 18. And then from here, we can do our butterfly. Butterfly here, butterfly there. Pause this video and set that up. So hopefully you set that up. Let's divide both sides by 18. And x will give you 21. Go ahead, pause this video, try number 13 on your own, and then when you're ready, click play on this video again. So hopefully you gave it a shot, and that shot led you to divide both sides by 28 as your final step, and we should have gotten an x equal to 72. These are pretty easy, there's not much to them. Alright, so this concludes our very last thing that we needed to learn. We should be ready for our quiz tomorrow.